everybody. So, let's see if I keep my hair out of my eyes while I'm doing this. No, Liv. Um, so I was thinking today about the 11th house and how it represents what we adopt. Because it's our friendships, it's our social systems, outside of our family, the things and the people that we choose. And what tends to come into our life by uh, association. So we find children, we find children that are not natural to us. Stepchildren, adopted children, children that we consider our own, but they're of our friends, people that we can consider our children, but they are in our network or in our community. So I was thinking a lot about this because my sister's daughter is here staying with us for a couple of weeks. And she was adopted outside of our family and came back to us on her 18th birthday. And that is the greatest gift that we have ever been given. And we find gifts in the 11th house. These are the gifts that we don't have to work for. They're, adopted children in the biological sense. We didn't have to work for it. It was a gift. Stepchildren. Hey, Michael. Hey, Imogene. Children that come into our life and bless our life. And maybe we didn't plan it or we never saw it coming, or, it's the result of association. So I got to have a wonderful stepson in my life. And you know how people complain about how stepchildren are the worst. He was so much easier than either one of my natural children. I will tell you what, he never gave me a bit of trouble. Dream come true. He spoiled me. Then I had my own two that were much more spirited, let's say. So, yeah, look at the qualities of the 11th house. The moon rules my 11th. So the things in my 11th house are like family to me. My mom is like my best friend. Look at the overlays. With the sign in the house and what's going on in the house, see what that looks like. Maybe you have difficulties in that particular environment, and then you'll see the narrative or the happenings related to that. Maybe stepchildren or adopted children may not be the easiest thing that you have dealt with, but yeah, look at everything that's going on there, because it's an environment where it's not just our friends that we're lucky to find or that we choose. We also find, children that we choose. Children that are a blessing to our life. And they come into our life one way or another. So, yeah. Oh, such a wonderful thing to be able to reconnect with a stepchild, or with an adopted child, or with a child that's outside of your system, or to be able to get to have them in your life at all. Uranus too. Uranus is also something that we should look at when it comes to showing what can be a part of our life that's outside what we consider traditional or normal. So, like, I have my moon conjunct Uranus. Maybe you have your moon in some kind of aspect to Uranus. And that just shows that, family life and our emotional life and intimate life, it's much more likely that we will gravitate to what is non-traditional. So, like, I really embraced stepmotherhood. I just thought that, was the best thing ever. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but everyone's different. So, the ninth house, too. This is also a place where we find aspirations, inspiration. And what we associate with by um, ritual. So this is in-laws in the ninth house. Particularly parents-in-law in the ninth. Because by marriage, by ritual, by step parents, Irene. Yeah, anything that is step is going to be in the 11th. But anything by ritual or by marriage or by, some kind of institutional stamp, that's going to be more in the ninth. And these days, anyway, we just associate in-laws with the ninth. Um, even if, because we don't have as much, institutional have-tos as we used to. We can live together, we could have, um, long-term relationships where maybe we have our own homes or something like that. And we'll still have that ninth house be representing in-laws. Irene, yeah, we can see those themes. Chiron in the 11th, and seeing some difficulties or wounding related to step parents or even stepchildren. Not in my case. No, no. I had the dream child. So that's all I got. That's all I wanted to talk about today. That's what kind of struck me is don't forget that when you're analyzing charts, look at derivative houses. Maybe I'll talk about this a little bit more. I haven't talked about this very much. How the houses represent, all kinds of things, not just the 12 main things, but we can keep going around the wheel and getting more detail. Your father's grandmother, your pet's mom, stuff like that. I mean, there is a derivative house for everything. Your monkey's uncle, pick it. You can find a derivative house. So we should talk about that more as we go along. This is a really interesting subject. Oh, this is my Crown of Ladies mantle today. I like to make a flower crown every day out of the queen of the garden that day. Lady's mantle is blooming today, just absolutely perfectly beautifully. So that's what I've got today. Michael, you find people's digestive experience in their sixth house. Absolutely. That's the guts. Yeah, digestion and the intestines. That's sixth house stuff, mercurial stuff. hmm Um, Digestion in the sixth and elimination. So, lower intestine in the eighth, more digestion, upper digestion, mm, small intestine in the sixth. So, absorption of nutrients in the sixth and elimination of in the eighth. Okay, guys, good to see you. Oh, FG, you're a sweetie. No, I don't know, actually, I haven't looked at my chart today. I should look. I think maybe I've just got good lighting for once. Usually I don't put any energy into lighting or sound, but I've got a good spot, which I'm gonna lose in just a second because the sun's gonna peek through the grape. All right. I'm gonna pop into my subscriber group and talk to my close peeps, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.